And yes, with that, I'm going to invite our first guest of honor on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, a politician, Indian playback singer, live performer, television host, actor, and a member of parliament from Asansol. Currently, he is the Minister of State for Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises in the Union Council of Ministers in India. Please put your hands together and welcome on stage Shri Babu Supriyo. Can we have a mic on stage, please? Sir, why would you like? Okay, we have a hand in. So we are extremely honored by your presence today. Thank you very much for joining. And आपसे हम कुछ सुनना चाहेंगे.
मेरे पास एक बहुत खूबसूरत टाइप की और स्पीच है, लेकिन मैं समझता हूँ कि अगर वर्ल्ड वाइड अचीवर्स का इस प्रोग्राम में मैं आया हूँ और अगर आप चाहते हैं कि मैं जो फ्यूचर के लीडर्स हैं, आज के लीडर्स हैं, उनके लिए मैं कुछ कहूँ, तो मेरे लिए उसके लिए कोई स्क्रिप्ट की जरूरत नहीं है. मैं आप सबको मेरा सलाम कहता हूँ. First of all, I would like to congratulate the organizers. I would like to congratulate ZEE Business for, it is important to have leadership summits where you get to listen to each other. आप जब एक दूसरे को सुनते हैं तो आपको पता चलता है कौन आगे जाके बहुत बड़ा लीडर बन सकते हैं और कौन उन लीडर को फॉलो करने वाले हैं. तो हमें अपने अपने लीडर्स को खुद चुन लेना जो है अपनी जिंदगी में बहुत जरूरी होती है. और one other thing that I have realized while I was not a politician or never entered the world of politics is that कोई भी प्रोग्राम में जब leaders होते हैं, people who actually change the way the institute function, change the way people think, those are the leaders. Leaders are someone, as once I wouldn't be able to say the name of the gentleman, someone very intelligently said that leadership does not mean that you have to you have to discover something or you have to create something. It can just be innovation. And when you're trying to innovate, you also do not need to change things which is not broken. Do not mean it if it is not broken. A leader is someone who takes decision very fast, because taking a decision on time is something which is the most important thing today. Time is the biggest, is probably the most precious thing that we have. And time, as they say, it runs out very fast. So taking a decision is very important, but while we know that pressing the pause button is also a decision, pressing the pause button is also a decision. मेरे ख्याल से leaders वो अच्छे होते हैं जो pause button, play button और stop button, तीन बटन जो है कौन सा टाइम पे कौन सा बटन दबाना है वो बहुत अच्छी तरीके से जानते हैं. उसीलिए लीडरशिप समिट में आके लीडर्स के सामने बात करते हुए मेरे लिए सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बटन ये हो कि स्टॉप. क्योंकि जब मैं पॉलिटिशियन नहीं था और अलग अलग इवेंट्स में मैं जाता था, मैं देखता था उसमें सबसे बोरिंग जो अंश होता था वही होता था जब कोई आके दिया जलाते थे. ज़्यादातर मिनिस्टर या पॉलिटिशियन ही होते थे. उसके बाद वो बहुत लंबा स्पीच देते थे उन्हीं लोगों को जिनको सुनने के लिए या जिनके अचीवमेंट के बारे में हम उस प्रोग्राम पे आए हैं. टुडे वी आर ऑल हियर टू सेलिब्रेट और probably encourage and award or recognize the people who worldwide achievers, organizers of the program think have done well in their respective fields. So rather than me telling you what leadership is all about, I would love to hear as I was hearing the panel speak. And when you're trying to run a business, when you're trying to do something new, there are different ways of approaching it. But while you are trying to do new things in life, I think one Gautam Buddha's name was taken a couple of times. So there is one very important line of Gautam Buddha which I think will help anyone who's trying to create something new with the startup businesses, with the Make in India, with several fields in which the Indian government under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister is trying to push. If China, which is the only country to have more population than us, can be such a huge manufacturing hub, then I think if we can mobilize the huge human resources that we have in India, which our government is very aggressively trying to do, then I think we can very, very soon become a place where you not only go to make in India, but you are going to have goods all over the world which would say made in India. So we are the largest democracy in the world. We are the largest democracy in the world, And towards that, I think one very important message that our Honorable Prime Minister also gives is that it's not very important to be the largest democracy. It is important to probably be the finest democracy in the world. And I think the fact that we are trying makes us, clap for each other even more. And there is one small thing that I just want to mention, because we are talking about achievers and leaders in the new fields, startup businesses and all of that. In my own ministry, in the Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises, there is a particular scheme which is called the Capital Goods Scheme, in which we promote making of center of excellences in different parts of the country. And the biggest of institutions, the IITs, the IIMs, they are the ones who facilitate that, who ensure that the right kind of center of excellences are brought up or set up in different parts of the country. What is the center of excellence? The center of excellence is something which helps the small investors, the small makers, the small businessmen, the MSMEs, if I may say so, in doing their own R&D, the research and development. The definition of R&D changed for me. As a singer, R&D always meant R.D. Burman to me. But now R&D definitely in my own ministry means research and development. So in that particular field, we from our ministry we pay 80% central grant to create that center of excellence. In the center of excellence, what happens is the biggest players of the industry, they come and they create that lab or they create that facility where the small investors, the small businessmen, people who want to do their own R&D, they cannot afford to have the latest technology, latest machines to do the R&D. If you're making an electric bulb, tomorrow you want to move to making an LED bulb. Now, to do that technology transfer, you need to do your own R&D, your own cost cut and everything else. So therefore, you might not have the latest of instruments, but you can go to a center of excellence and you can get your experiments done. And while making those center of excellences, from my ministry, I would say 80% of grant is given, and that is something I would request all of you to avail. There are center of excellences in Maharashtra. I think there are 2 here, and I would request you to find out more about it, because you will really help yourself. In fact, the automobile industry is also something which is under our ministry, and public enterprises. We make the rules and regulations and other stuff pertaining to the automobile industry. And I would request all of you to look forward to the FAME 2 scheme, which is going to come which is going to be introduced very soon by the Honorable Prime Minister. It is the way we are trying to, the government of India is trying to help the electric mobility in India, electric vehicles per se, electric buses, electric cars, electric scooters and everything. The way we want to support that, because electric vehicles will not only be a great energy saver because the fossil fuel, as they say, is running out fast in the world. So we need to search for alternative energies, and apart from solar energy, electric vehicles is another area where we need to grow very fast. So you should look forward to FAME 2 and also the new auto policy that is going to be out very soon. So there are a lot of things to look forward, and I would say that if in a life, I think a very important thing is what I was going to say, but I got into a few other things. Mind is everything. You become what you think you can become. Your product can also become what you think it can become. And trust me, to make a product, you really do not need to go to the consumers or ask them what the product is, what kind of a product they need. And the best example is what Steve Jobs once said. Before the introduction of the iPhone, he was asked by everyone, what is a smartphone? Have you done enough market survey to find out if smartphone or iPhone is something that the consumer wants? His answer was that a consumer is not supposed to know what he wants or she wants. We are going to give new things to them. We are going to innovate, and we have the onus on us to give new products to the consumers, which they are going to love, and then they are going to take the technology forward by making it popular. That's all I have to say. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, pleasure for inviting me here, and I hope all of you will do the brainstorming sessions to make each other enlightened. Thank you once again.